Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. I'm ever so sorry that these videos are really late in coming. I have just been extraordinarily busy and with a lot of personal readings on my plate, plus I work in the daytime, so I do apologise for that. Anyway, here is the rest of October forecast. I'm going to be coming back with November fairly quickly, so I want to try and get a fairly quickly turnaround, but if I'm not sort of straight off the mark, it's because, sorry, I'm fixing my hair because I'm a bit of a hot mess at the minute. Then don't worry, because I will be I will definitely come back with your readings. Okay, I'm sorry for no makeup look and stuff, bit tired at the minute, trying to you know, get everything done, and sometimes there's no time to look really nice for the camera or anything like that, so forgive me for that. So we're just going to juggle the cards and see what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Aquarius for the month of October, the rest of October, October 2015. What is coming in for Aquarius? The Empress just jumped out, so, and also the Two of Cups. So we're just going to put that at the top of the reading. Let's see how that potentially factors in. So Aquarius. What is coming in for Aquarius in the month of October 2015? What is coming in for the month of October 2015 for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Show me what is coming in for the zodiac sign of the Aquarians. Aquarius. October 2015, speak. What is coming in for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? October 2015, speak. Universe, spirit guides, tell me what is coming in for the zodiac sign of Aquarius in October 2015, or the rest of it. What has been happening with our Aquarians? Where are they going? Speak to me. What's coming in for Aquarius? Show me. Okay, so I've shuffled the cards. I'm going to split them into three, and then I'm going to collect them back up with my left hand. And we're going to take one from the bottom. I'm using a slightly different deck today. Oh. What are you, Aquarius? You're an air sign, aren't you? Okay. But that's okay, because something. Let's have a look. Okay. So. There's a lot of sexual energy here so far for you guys. So far, not so good. A lot of sexual energy I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius. We have two cards that jumped out at the beginning of the reading. Two of Cups and the Empress. We're going to discuss these two cards first. The Two of Cups is your classic, and you know, the tarot is one of those funny little tools, guys. Oh God, my hair. I'm changing it today anyway. It's a hot mess. Pardon me, guys, but it's the message you want to hear, right? The Two of Cups is your card of love. Not always love. It's more about union and negotiation. Okay, so these cards can figure anywhere in the reading. If you came to me for a career reading and this showed up, which showed partnership, union, perhaps contracts being signed, people being on the same page. But this is classically, because it's cups, it's rooted in the emotion. So it's a meeting of minds, love, going out for a drink on a date, because there's two glasses there and two people that are staring into each other's eyes. I feel that a lot of you guys are going to be feeling beautiful this month, very sexual, because we have the Empress as well alongside. And the Empress always signifies to me a beautiful, attractive, confident, well-rounded woman. So I feel that for some of you guys in October, or towards the end of October going into November, and also the number 3 card, the Empress, is the initial completion of something. Okay, so the Empress usually gives birth. She's ready to give birth, so the conception has begun. She's pregnant and she's ready to kind of deliver the abundance. She's ready to deliver the bundle. Okay, so this is the initial completion, which is the conception of the idea, or the conception of something that is ready to be delivered. The major arcana goes from the full 0, but 0 is the baby, okay? And then you've got 1, 2, 3, and it goes upwards to 21, I think. And start with the Magician, the Thought, Then we have the High Priestess, which is kind of the holding time of that thought. And then we have the conception of that thought, okay? So what's actually being sort of nurtured inside and is ready to be delivered out. So I feel that because we have a 2 and a 3 as well, so the 2 goes up to the 3. The 2 is the duality, it's the coming together. And the Empress is the ready for delivery time, okay? So this is the coming together, this is the duality, this is the path that's been set out on in the number 2. Oops, sorry, there's a glare there. But in the number 3, whatever it is that has been brought together, whatever it is that has been started. Remember, you have the Ace of Cups first, which shows the beginning of something. This then shows the next step, and the Empress for me is the next level, okay? So perhaps for some of you guys, you're going from one stage of a relationship to the next level with the Empress, okay? But I feel that a lot of you guys are going to be feeling really beautiful, or you're going to be having a really beautiful relationship going on in October. Aquarius, your 2 top cards, general energy for the month, is the 9 of Cups. Woohoo! Absolutely fantastic for October. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And we also have the King of Wands looking over at the 9 of Cups. So for some of you guys, I'm getting the impression that there is perhaps a man around you. The King of Wands is a fire sign. He is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The King of Wands is noted for being a very confident dude, okay? He's a very confident guy. He's known to be a traveller, so he travelled around an awful lot. And he is also known to be a bit of an entrepreneur, a bit of a businessman. So he really enjoys life, okay? He's different from the King of Pentacles, who's more of a family man, has a family, has a wife, that type of thing. The King of Wands has a wife, Queen of Wands, but he's more of a kind of free spirit. He's also a fire sign, so fire signs are all to do with motivation, passion, energy, drive, going for it. And I noticed how the King of Wands, can you see this, guys? He looks over at the 9 of Cups. So he's looking to have a good time this month. This guy is looking to have a very, very good time this month. And this says to me that you're going to be having a good time. I feel that a lot of you guys are going to be enjoying yourself this month. I really do. But I almost get the sense that this is quite a hedonistic reading. There's a lot of kind of passionate symbols in here. We've got the Devil card sitting here. We've got the 8 of Wands sitting here. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. We've got the 9 of Cups, which is also a very sexual card. So I feel with that as well, the 2 of Cups that fell out and the Empress that fell out, it is the kind of initial completion of something that has started, perhaps a relationship with the 2 of Cups. You're moving to the next level. Could be sexual, because the Empress is a very sexual woman as well. Okay? I often look at the 2 of Cups as the joining of water. It is a water sign, the sharing of fluids, if that makes any sense to you. The cups are rooted in emotion, but they are also symbolic of water. And when people are involved in sexual relationships, we share fluids. Okay, so this is my own take on it. So I feel that with the Empress as well, it's the kind of moving to the next stage of that, potentially. So maybe just going for the, you know what. And also with the King of Wands that looks over at the 9 of Cups, he's looking over at enjoying himself. The 9 of Cups can be a very sexual card, so it can be about sexual enjoyment as well. And as the King of Wands is a very sexual character, he's looking at having a good time. There's probably a lot of passion going on for some of you guys in the month of October or going into November. The Page of Swords, though, and it's a funny reading this is, because the Page of Swords is showing up as your overall advice. Now, the Page of Swords to me, whenever I've had this come up in a reading or I've done a reading for someone, it can always show this dude, this page, is young, okay? So sometimes he doesn't think. The swords are representative of communication, our thoughts, challenges. And sometimes the Page of Swords runs off at the mouth. So he doesn't think about what he says. He just communicates in a certain way. The Page of Swords is also defensive, Okay, so he's on the defense a lot of the time, Aquarius. He feels that he needs to defend something. In terms of a message, the pages are the messengers. Okay, so they deliver the letters. They would deliver the letters to a king in days gone by. So this can be a message of delays. It can be a disappointing message. I've often seen the Page of Swords come up when a message has come through that is talking about a delay in a project or a delay in something. So I feel that this reading, to be perfectly honest with you, is really saying that you need to think about what you do, though, in October in terms of a relationship potentially. Because I feel that with the next two cards that are coming up, it's telling you to think. The Page of Swords is telling you to think about something. The Page of Swords can also be a card of disappointment or feelings of disappointment over something. Okay? So maybe some of you guys might be feeling disappointed in terms of a relationship this month as well. But if you're looking to go headstrong into something, I feel that the cards are saying you need to think about it. Okay? Think about what you're getting yourself into. Because I do feel that something is going to be offered to some of you guys. I don't see any offer cards as such. I don't see the knights. The knights to me are the offer cards, because the knights to me are the action people. Okay, so the pages deliver the message, and then the knights take that message and they turn it into something realistic. Okay, so they take the action, the pages are the message, and then the knights take the message and turn it into a literal action. Okay, so for example, your Knight of Cups would deliver a love message, but literally deliver it to you, literally show you how they feel. The Knight of Pentacles takes his time, but he wants to take action on making his goals a reality. So he would make a plan, business plan, that type of thing. He would kind of strategize as he's going to achieve something. The Knight of Swords simply just rushes in there and just makes his feelings known about something. And the Knight of Wands is literally you love him and leave him type of knight. Okay, so he will just go straight for the jugular. He will show you how passionately he feels about you, or passionately he feels about something. So I feel that even though we don't have any knights in the reading as such, the other cards are showing me that something is coming to the fore for you in October, or towards the end of October, beginning of November. Okay, Aquarius. But the Page of Swords to me, in a way, is saying you need to be careful, because you probably don't have all the facts about this thing. And you need to be careful, and also be careful what you wish for. That's the impression I'm getting. That's what I'm getting in my ear. Let me just get a quick drink, because my throat is very, very dry, Aquarius. Also, this Knight of Wands, this King of Wands at the top of the reading, is indulging in his lusts, because he's looking over at the Nine of Cups. So he's indulging in having a very good time. But I feel that a lot of this is sexually based. I don't see any love cards as such. I see the Ace of Cups here, but we've got the Emperor that stands in front of the Ace of Cups. He's not looking towards the Ace of Cups. He looks away from it. So it suggests to me that there is someone who is thinking, his thinking is not involved in love at all. It's more involved in what he feels on a mental level, okay, more than anything. Let me show you the first two cards, Aquarius. And also the Page of Swords is representative of you guys, because it's an air sign. So it is literally saying, be careful of what you wish for. Okay? Maybe this Page of Swords signifies some form of a pregnancy, because we do have an Empress that fell out at the beginning of it. But usually if we have the Page of Swords, I feel sometimes that can represent a miscarriage of something. So a miscarriage of something is the wrong turning, or a wrong decision made. You know, when you go to court and you get a miscarriage of justice, it's a wrong decision made. So it's almost like this is saying to you, think about your actions, because you might be jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Let me show you the first two cards. Six of Swords and the Devil. Can you see how this lady travels towards the Devil? So again, what we're seeing here, Aquarius, is swords again are representative of your sign. So this is you guys, I feel. Travelling towards the devil, Capricorn male. Okay, so it's a earth sign. Travelling towards earthly pleasures, I feel, with the devil card. Okay. Earthly pleasures, lust, sex, drink, drugs, rock and roll. Okay. She feels that she's travelling towards, because the Six of Swords is a card about moving out of uncertainty to certainty. That's what it really is about. It's really on a head level though, because it is swords, so it's about the way that you think. Also, it's about communication. So maybe you guys have had a lack of communication, okay, with someone, and now you're kind of showing your hand, because the Six of Swords is the communication card as well. But we've noticed here that the girl has the moon behind her. The moon is about intuition. But her intuition is telling her to move towards the devil. But this, to me, signifies a trap. It signifies moving towards something that you feel is right, but that could literally be wrong. You've got to look at these cards in depth. You can't just read them as what their meanings are. You've got to look at the pictures of them. Okay? So it's almost as if this person here, she's travelling at the dead of night. So there's a lot of secrets here. I feel there's perhaps secret meetings going on here in October for some of you guys. Maybe a secret affair, something like that, because she has a cape on and it's over her head. And she's kind of rowing by herself. It's almost like the devil is saying, come to me, with this Six of Swords. It's a very earthy sexual reading, I find, this card to be, Aquarius. But this could be, I feel that this is indulging in kind of carnal enjoyment for some of you guys in October, or towards the end of October, going into November. But there is a warning here with this devil card. Because this devil card, I don't think the devil card is a very good card within the tarot. I just don't. Especially with the other cards that show up. I think this devil is the King of Wands. Okay? Someone who's potentially an authoritative figure. But he's looking over at this Nine of Cups at the top of the reading. So this is a month of, I feel, a lot of sexual energy for you guys. Especially with that Two of Cups and the Empress. What potentially starts off as a normal drink or a date or something like that turns into full-blown sex potentially. We move from the Two, which is the duality, the start of something. Remember, the Ace of Cups is the beginning. The Two goes up a notch, where there is literal communication or coming together, I feel, over a drink here with the Two of Cups, to the initial completion. Okay, so that's your stage 3. So beginning, Ace, flirtatiousness, feelings. Two of Cups, literally coming together to communicate. The Empress, could be a kiss, could be whatever. But the initial completion, something has been brought together. Okay. The devil I see as being the Emperor underneath this reading, because we've got the other two cards here, which are showing the Emperor, and he's not facing the Ace of Cups though. It's not like that. He's actually looking away from the Ace of Cups. So this person doesn't have any love inclinations, I don't feel. This is purely on a head level. There isn't any love in this, I don't feel. I don't feel there's any... I always look at which way the cards are facing. Okay? And to me, the Emperor faces away from the Ace of Cups. The woman in the Six of Swords faces towards the devil. She's going towards something she thinks is a good idea. Or maybe she's been completely kind of... she's been completely blinded by her passions. Okay? She goes from the frying pan into the fire. Six of Swords to me doesn't always mean totally moving from something that's bad to good. To me, sometimes it means moving from something that you think is bad into something that you think is good. But you're not allowing, and I notice on this card here, the Six of Swords, how there are barley leaves or something kind of covering the moon. So the moon is kind of not fully there. It's being covered by something. So it's almost like this woman is blinded or blind to her own intuition. She's not listening to her intuition. She's ignoring her intuition. And she's going for it anyway. She's traveling towards the devil. To me, this is kind of some sort of secret affair or secret lust or something, but it's in the dead of night. But she's moving into a trap. The Emperor underneath this says to me that this guy is the devil. Because to me, what I found with tarot readings is several court cards or even major arcana cards with the figures on them can represent one person. So the Emperor is not in love. He's in lust. Because he's not looking at the Ace of Cups. He's not looking at it. So to me, this suggests that for you guys, could have been going on before, happening now, happening nearer the end of October into November, that you will be travelling towards a situation where you might think it's a good idea. You might even get it, because we do have the Six of Swords, which shows water. So the woman is making an emotional choice. But when we look at emotion, it comes from our thoughts. So you have a thought, and then that creates the emotion around the thought. So it's almost like she's tied up her emotions along with her thoughts. And she's letting the barley leaves cloud her intuition, or what her gut feeling is telling her, that this isn't such a good idea. And she's travelling towards the devil. So she's travelling towards lust. The Ace of Cups also sits on water. So she may even have her eye on love. But the Emperor doesn't. He has his eye on lust, which is the devil. We also have the King of Swords. This is you guys. Think about it. This is what the card says. Think about what you're doing. Because that's what the King of Swords is about. Logic, reason, coming to a fair conclusion. He has the Ace of Swords in his hands. Okay, so he's holding one sword. That represents the Ace of Swords to me. Okay. But the Ace of Swords, I notice, is stuck downwards rather than upwards. In the Rider-Waite pack, he has it held high, which means he's reached a decision. In this pack, it's holding it downwards, which means that someone's decisions or someone's thoughts are kind of redundant at the minute. But this card, the King of Swords, is saying to me, you need to make a decision on something. Two kings in a reading can also signify success in something. I notice how the King of Swords sits next to the Star card. The Star card has a naked lady on it. The Star card is also about clarity, I find. So to me, it's like you've got to reach a point of clarity in what you're doing. Okay? Because I don't feel that all will be as it seems with this relationship for some of you guys. I feel that if for you females, it will be the man that's more interested in lust and you're more interested in the emotional side of things. The final card we have is the Hanging Man and the Ace of Wands. The Hanging Man looks at things from another perspective. So he looks at the Ace of Wands, not from the top, but he looks at the Ace of Wands from the bottom. Which to me suggests that for some of you guys, there is a passionate encounter, but this may even be on hold. Because the Hanging Man is about being in suspense. Okay? So for some of you guys, it might be a delay in a passionate encounter. Okay, maybe you're waiting for a passionate encounter to happen between you and somebody else. Maybe you need time to think about it. The Hanging Man is a card about limitation, but being comfortable in the limitation. So I could look at this and say, be comfortable in the limitation of an exciting new experience, because maybe it's the universe in your ear talking to you and saying this is not right for you. As you guys know, I look at the cards and I interpret them in my own way, and I've been quite successful with that, especially with my own readings on my website and stuff. And as you know, sometimes in readings I need to take a moment out and just look at what I feel the cards are trying to say to me. When I look at this Hanging Man hanging upside down, it's almost like it could be saying that he's looking at this new exciting experience from the wrong angle, which I feel would tie in with that Page of Swords as well as the advice card. That you really need to kind of think about what you're doing, because, or defend yourself, or make sure that you kind of, you know, do things like use protection, that type of thing. But remember, the Page of Swords is the message in terms of maybe something of a disappointment or a delay. It can also be a card of someone who is disingenuous, or someone who is not completely honest. That's what I found with the Page of Swords. But the page is very young, so the page doesn't really care. He doesn't really think about what he says, because he's so young. He's considered to be the mischievous child of all the pages. The gossiper, the troublemaker of the pack, of the pages, the Page of Swords is. So I do feel that as advice for the month with the Page of Swords, it's just to be careful, because it is a card of defence as well. And it is a card about standing up for what you believe in. You know, we have the juxtaposition between the Page of Swords and the Nine of Cups and the King of Wands. So for some of you guys, a wish might be coming true over someone that you've been interested in for a while. So maybe with this Two of Cups and the Empress falling out, you're going to get your date, you know. You're going to get that first kiss, or whatever it is that you've been looking for. But to me, the Page of Swords is kind of like, whenever I see Swords cards a lot of the time, it's like the warning cards of the pack. So what you need to do, I feel that if you have some form of a relationship or something that is where your emotions are intertwined, but the other person's emotions aren't quite engaged, and it's purely a lustful thing, you really need to kind of consider whether that's something that you're quite happy to go along with. Because I do see with this Six of Swords, guys, that you guys are travelling towards entrapment, or you're travelling towards someone who is only thinking about their own needs and not yours. Your needs are tied up with emotion. The Devil card is not tied up with emotion. It's tied up with engaging in somebody's lusts and somebody's wants. But it's not a typical love card. And we see that the Emperor turns his back on the Ace of Cups, so he doesn't have his eye on love. We also see that the King of Swords is turned away. This is you guys, from the Star card. So it's almost like the Star card is trying to give you guidance, but you're not listening to your inner guidance. You're not looking at the guidance. The King of Swords is you, because he's an air sign and Aquarius is an air sign. So we can see what the progression of the cards is here. Let's go over this reading one more time. Let's do the 8 cards. The 8 cards are you guys, your swords, Six of Swords, What you feel is a good idea is what you go for, but it's not, because the devil card stands here. You're travelling into something that's a trap. You're travelling towards a trap, or you're travelling to something that is not what it seems. You're travelling into something that is going to bind you or keep you bound. I feel that this is some form of lustful relationship. Now, the intuition is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is giving you the advice that this is not all it seems. You need to defend yourself. You need to make sure you keep your guard up around someone or something. Because the King of Swords, which is you, you're looking away from the star. The star is trying to guide you. This is also your inner guidance. But you're not looking at the star card. You're looking away from it, which means you're ignoring the intuition. You're ignoring the guidance from the universe. The Emperor. The Emperor is usually Aries, an authoritative figure. Looks away from the Ace of Cups. So he's not looking towards a love relationship. He's looking to something that serves himself. And the Hanging Man. Someone who's looking at the new endeavour in all the wrong ways. Okay? Because the Hanging Man is hanging upside down and he's looking at this situation upside down. So I would say for the month of October, Aquarius, be careful of what you wish for, because it could very well come through. We do have that Nine of Cups in the month of October. We do have that there. But we also have a King of Wands that is looking over at that Nine of Cups. Somebody wants to indulge in a good time. Both the King of Wands and the Emperor are both fire signs. The Emperor represents Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But he's an Aries. He's represented by the Ram, a leader. Very masculine figure. The King of Wands is also a fire sign. And we see fire on the Devil card. So somebody is on fire, I feel, for the month of October. Whilst you guys are very emotionally led. But you're not thinking, because the King of Swords turns away from the Star card. He's not following what the universe is trying to tell him. And the universe is trying to give him the message through the Page of Swords. Be on your guard. Because all is not what it seems. You're looking at this situation from the wrong angle. And if you're looking at it from the wrong angle, you are going to be travelling towards entrapment. Follow your intuition. Don't ignore the intuition, as the King of Swords ignores that. He ignores the star, turns his face away from it. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's not facing up to the truth of the situation. The sword that he holds here is down. This is the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's when you're ignoring something. The Ace of Swords upright is about facing the truth. Making a breakthrough. To me, the Ace of Swords, when it's downright, is being stuck. You're keeping it stuck in a certain place. You're keeping yourself stuck in a certain situation. And this is what will happen if you travel on that Six of Swords towards the Devil. The Devil is very enticing. It's almost like the woman is in a trap. But again, she ignores the moon. There are barley leaves over the moon. She's not looking at the moon. She's ignoring it. She's ignoring her intuition, like the King of Swords is ignoring his inner intuition and the advice from the universe with the Star card. He's got his face turned away from it. So be careful of anything that you're going into in October, Aquarius. Okay? Be careful of that, because it might not be all roses. You might be looking at something through rose-tinted glasses and not facing up to the truth of the situation. Okay? That's your reading, Aquarius, for the month of October 2015. So sorry it was late. I'd like to say thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you really soon. Take care.